Hey all, thanks for coming here for my video here. So just grab your pen and paper, and we'll get started, and we'll go from there. So it doesn't matter what particular pens you use, just whichever ones you feel most comfortable with. Whatever ink pens. I'm using a Staedtler ink pen, and as well as a rOtring ink pen. So I'm going to start off right now with the rOtring. So this first one is sort of a combination stipple small lines. So it can be used for doing grounds or grass or fine hair on an animal or whatever. So I've sped the film up quite a bit, so hopefully it won't be too hard for you to follow. To mind me, I'm actually at the cottage here, and there's some mosquitoes buzzing around here, so I'm going to be swatting quite a bit, so you may hear that in the background.
2 seconds later. 2 seconds later.
The mosquitoes are gone, yeah. So I threw in some SpongeBob clips there, so just to make it, I don't know why I did that. Just experimenting with different ways of doing my video here, so hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I was just looking at my I can only see in the light. I did at the beginning, that hand-drawn title, drawing textures. I actually did it on my tablet, and I used a paper screen protector and a pen. I can kind of see, I can still see the outline of of the title. I guess I scratched the screen protector pretty good, so I can see drawing textures on the screen protector, which is kind of sad. So anyways, so this one right here is a wood texture, so it's pretty straightforward. Just go back and forth as you draw my knots first, and just randomly drop your knots wherever you're going to be. So try to make those stand out a little more, like, just to make it interesting. So just go back and forth with your pen. This is the rOtring pen here I'm using, and just don't stress yourself out. Just relax with it. Don't push yourself. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work out. So this is something you can do yourself. Just grab a sheet of paper and just break it up into 2-inch by 2-inch grids, and just start drawing some texture. It's a good idea to practice this first.
12 seconds later. 12 seconds later.
Again. It's a good thing to practice this on a separate sheet of paper before you begin your drawing project. So you just get the hang of your whatever textures you're going to use. So if you're drawing, let's say, a barn in a rural country setting, and you're going to have landscape in the background and tall grass, so just draw some wood textures, and practice with some stippling and some bushes. And so right now, what I'm doing here with this texture right here would be good for drawing for bushes and tree foliage and things like that. So it's early in the morning, so I'm just waiting for them. Someone's gonna scream out to me for breakfast, and I'm actually sitting out on the dock here, out in the water, so I'm hoping no one comes down again and bugs me. So yeah, I'm left-handed, so I have this bad habit of blocking what I draw. So I gotta remind myself to draw from the right to the left. So yeah, I'll just turn it sideways so maybe you can see a little better. So this is right now I'm just doing some cross-hatching. Cross-hatching serves many uses, and I don't use cross-hatching a whole lot in my drawings. I kind of like doing the organic way of...
It's all bold and brash! It's all bold and brash! Give me that!
Yeah, I just find cross-hatching, I don't know, it's not me, but some people like it. It is nice for showing shadow effects and things like that, so that's not really spending a lot of time doing the cross-hatching example here. So so this one here I do for bark. I use this one a lot, actually. This way of hatching the indicating bark texture. I got like 10,000 mosquitoes around me right now. They're not biting me, they're just flying around me like crazy. So so I probably won't upload this video until later on when I get home, because the signal here is not very good. I only have like one bar on the phone, so, but I can still do my video editing. So yeah, as you can see, I speed up the video every once in a while. So if I didn't speed up the video, this would be like a 3-hour-long tutorial. So, or really not that long, but probably about an hour and a half. So this next, this number 6 texture effect is good for drawing wood. This one you gotta go a little bit more slow because you gotta put more thought into it, and because you want it to look fairly neat and consistent. So, but you can do other things with this particular texture other than wood. So, but again, you gotta go a little bit slow with it. I'll speed up the film here. So. It looks like almost like a topography. Yes, yeah. But yeah, it'd be like more of a cartoony effect for wood texture or water ripples or things like that, right? So. I don't know if you hear the birds in the background. They're pretty active this morning. Oh, the water is perfectly still. A frog just went right past me. It's actually looking right at me. Oh, it stopped, looked over at me. It's like it knows I'm talking about it. I hope it'll be okay. It's just swimming along there, and think it's a frog. Yeah. Let's hope a large fish doesn't grab it. So this next one here, I don't do very often. It's called Stippling. I don't really do it a whole lot, so I actually started out doing it with the Statler pen, but I switched over to the rOtring because I figured the Statler with that with the stippling I would have destroyed it, but the rOtring, because the rOtring has a metal tip, you know, the rOtring pens last 50 years if you look after them, but I'll use that for the stippling, so I don't have to worry about destroying the pen for one tutorial, right? So even though the Statler pens are cheap, they're only a couple of bucks, but still. But I don't do this stippling a lot because I find it very tedious. Some people like it. I mean, you can do entire works of art with the stippling effect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw the whole 2" by 2" grid with one. Oh, anyone identify that animal that just flew over me? I'm going to be pretty consistent with the stippling, and when I'm done the 2" by 2" square, I'll go back over it in different areas to give it a sense of shadow and shade. But anyways, I got to go over here because people are going to come and start to talk with me and stuff like that. So hopefully it will be fine. I'll just sit right here. So anyways, excuse me, I have a bit of a stuffed up throat here. So I'm just penciling off a few areas here just to show, just as a guide for my own reference here. So hopefully my audio doesn't pick up anything that I don't want it to hear. So anyways, I hope you guys can hear me clearly here as well. So I'm talking pretty mono, so. So Yeah, I find this tedious, but again, some people like it. Some people find it very relaxing. It can be, but I mean, to each their own. I use it sometimes, but if I'm doing like a trail through a forest or something like that, or a ground area that doesn't have a lot of foliage, or I'll use the stippling effect for that. It's a good way to show like sand or just like a ground texture, for example. And then you just go back over it a second time and a third time, right? Just to give it a sense of depth and dimension and shadow as well, right? So one of my friends has his drone out right now. So I don't know if you can hear that buzzing in the background. He's flying his drone over the water, so I had to relocate myself. Just so I actually went off into the wooded area a bit, so just so I can finish off this tutorial. So I got another not long, another 8 minutes left. So other than that, I don't want the I don't want to be rude or anything like that, but you know, just want to get this done. And you know, I don't know, I could have waited until I got home to do this, but I guess because I'm in a different mindset right now at the cottage, I just thought I'd just get it done. And hopefully no one will bug me at the last second, because I just don't like that. I don't want someone to come along and go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then I got to edit that out of the video, and then it throws it all off. I don't know. I hope my video doesn't look blurry to you guys, but I mean, I upgraded my camera, but I find that, I don't know, I mean, the output always looks the same to me for some reason, so I'm not sure why. So maybe I gotta change my lighting settings on my desk area. Yeah, I hope you guys, there's a guy in the background talks loud. Hope you guys can't hear that. So yeah, just I'd change my camera angle so I can do the remaining texture examples. So this one here is kind of like a cross-hatching, but I'm just going back and forth. What I'm actually doing here is I'm actually using an old pen that's partially faded. So keep your old pens, don't throw them away, because I find they're actually good for shading. All right, so you can get some final use out of those half-dead pens, right? So yeah, you kind of see how it works here, right? So So I edited this video and I processed it, but now I'm doing the audio tutorial over top of it, so hopefully it will sync up okay. I find I can't draw and talk at the same time for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Oh, sorry about that. I think I got it out of shot there, but this one actually is, I use this one here for drawing grass, tall grass, for example, right? So, oh shoot, sorry about that. I cropped it. I cropped this screen here, so oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'll zoom out in one just a second. I don't know how I made this mistake here. Oh, that's horrible. I don't blame you if you wanted to end the video now, but I do correct the problem shortly. So, and I'm not trying to get you to hang around for the entire video, but if you do hang around a little bit longer or forward in the video, I'll zoom out in just a second on the video. But I can't correct it because I've already rendered the video and I've deleted the old raw footage, so I can't fix it now. So sorry about that. So this one here is another one for drawing texture here as well. A wood texture, right? So old barn boards, old flooring. Oh, there you go. So, oh, a chipmunk came right up to me just now looking for food. There's a chipmunk around here at the cottage that comes right up to people looking for nuts and other things like that. So this texture here I like doing. I find this one kind of abstract, almost a little bit Picasso-ish. You just kind of zit. I call this my Picasso texture. I'm sure you can find a use for this one, right? So. Well, you can use it for plants or trees in the distance. Or maybe a type of texture on a person's shirt. If you're drawing a portrait, right? Or if you did like a portrait and you did the entire background like that, that'd be kind of interesting as well, too. So, sorry, I gotta stop saying "so" at the end of a sentence. It's like those people that always say sorry all the time, you know, like Canadians, right? Every time you're in a grocery store and you'll hear the word sorry like a dozen times from strangers. So I guess it's better than hearing other things from people. So hopefully you're not hearing that buzzing too much. I'm gonna put my hand over the microphone a bit. It's the buzzing of the drone. Not my drone, a friend's drone. So there's like 3 drones here at the cottage. So anyways, that's I'm almost done here now, I think. So my last example, I forgot to have the camera on, so yeah, you can kind of see the last one. I missed it, so but that was actually ink wash with a brush, and I went back with a ink pen brush, and just so hopefully that's it. Hopefully you helped you out here, and there you go. So yeah, I kind of didn't edit that last part of the video very well, so I have my camera mounted on a swing arm. So there, that's it. So bye for now. I hope it helps you out.